Aquarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the week. We're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and your tarot reading as well. It's all going to be time-stamped in the description below, so you can jump around if you so desire, but it isn't a continual story. If I was you, I'd watch it from beginning to the end. Thank you very much, and let's see what's going on in your chakras. Okay, we're down to your root chakra here. You're holding on to something really tightly. Is this a good thing? I think so. I think it is a very good thing. I think it's holding on to your path of where you should be going in life. It's a long path by the looks of it, and you're going through, it's almost as if this path is confronting the world outside, so therefore you've got to cling on to the rocks, as it were, like a crab or a hermit. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum. Okay, this is really nicely harmonized. There's a good work play ethic going on here. Yeah, there's nothing untoward in the way of this chakra here. Yeah, that seems to be absolutely peachy. Let's go straight onto your solar plexus for this week. There's an igniting of the here and now, of getting your passions into doing things here and now and getting a rhythm going that's within you. It's just beautiful energy. You're definitely working on a plan by the looks of things. You've got a lot of determination, which is not diverted. So it's not very large, your solar plexus. It's quite tight, which can be a bad thing, but it also is a very good thing if you're concentrating on aspects of your life. And these aspects, I think, have to do with your timing, with how you want things, how you, like an agenda. So you're working at time scales. You're working at I'm working between 9 in the morning and 12 at day, and I'm doing this. In the afternoon, I'm doing this. In the evening, I'm doing this. There's segments that you're putting in life, a real rhythm here that's got some head of steam, a real sort of determination within you. Let's just see what's going on your heart chakra. So there's a direction of your heart here that's being taken. It's not quite in place, but you can feel it. You know what you're doing in life. You're building this structure up, this rhythmical structure up, of routine up, that's beneficial for you, because it's going to bring you gradually into your heart's desires, and it's going to point in the exact direction. And this is probably going to be in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's going to become very apparent to you, because it's only in its first beginning stages. So you may have this understanding, kind of going, I'd like to live by a river, or with a lovely little cottage, and you don't know where yet, but it's just that idea of living by a river would be quite nice. And it's how it's going to gradually form and put into place with your heart's desires. What you do have on the side as well at the same time is that connection with the people that are around you. So it's giving you definite clarity of where you want to go forward in your life, and in the direction of your heart's desires. But in order to get there, you have to connect with people that are around you. And this is done very much on a networking sort of sense. And I don't necessarily mean networking in regards to business. There is almost as if business and pleasure are intertwined here. And it's also networking, meeting people, making those connections, those social connections, with people that correspond to you, that really do have, that are by your side rather than in front of you or behind you, or they're next to you, more than anything else. And that's a really beautiful thing that's building up. And I think that connection, that networking, is gradually feeding up through your heart and giving you that sort of direction. Let's just see what's going on the third eye and the throat chakra. There's a slight more on the third eye, but nothing too untoward at all. Very natural position, very matter of fact. You're quite sharp in converting thought into action. straight away at the moment, and it's really nice. It's feeding that heart direction beautifully, giving it certain form or direction or weight to what you're doing, and it should feel very satisfying as well. You're giving you a lot of confidence. Let's see what's going on the crown chakra. There is a realization that's coming in, and I'm not too sure. We'll see on your aura, and it'd be good to see on your tarot reading as well. But there is a realization that's coming in. It's nearly there. I would have thought it's going to be in. It's going to start overflowing next week. At the moment, it's almost as if you know how to do it, or say you know how to bake that cake, and it's when it goes through, when it comes out, that's when you're going to bake it. So you know how to manifest your future. That's what seems to be coming through you, and it's now not at this present time, but it's going to come to, I think, next week. You're going to get a situation where you're going to be able to enact that and therefore manifest it into the physical world. And keeping true to yourself on your plan on going forward, I think is a really good idea for you at the moment. Keeping true to your path. Don't stray off it. It doesn't look like you're going to be honest. So we're looking at Tuesday and Wednesday. There seems to be a decision that needs to be made. And there's that realization at the end of the week, I think, coming through. So we're probably going to be seeing what's going on in petals 5 and 7 mainly. How you guys are trying to influence the coincidences that are going on around you. And then obviously on petal 10 as well at the top, and see how it all sort of comes out. That realization is, as I said, I think, business and pleasure is a little bit mixed at the moment, which is, I think, is a really good thing for you at this time. It can obviously be very destructive as well in one's life, but I don't think this is the case for you. And it's the realization that the better I do in certain aspects is the better I do in other ways of my life. So yeah, it's absolutely really nice. Let's just see if there's anything untoward on your aura. I think this is the old thing. It's something in the past. I've got a funny feeling, and I was saying that. I think I was saying it to you earlier on about your root. Maybe you're really holding on, and there may be some people just taking cheap jibes at you in a way, or you feel that, but it's like you feel it and you just kind of go, oh, I'm going to continue on my path. And you just continue down your pathway, I think. I wouldn't, it seems to be already dead and done for you in a way. And it's just a case of letting it just slip away. A little bit like dogs that bark behind a gate as you're walking down the road. As long as you keep walking down your road, in a very short period of time, you're not going to be able to hear those dogs barking, so it'd be fine. That's what it seems to be playing out for you. Let's just see what's going on with your tarots for this week. Here we got the overall energies. Here we got the karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your work side and your material side. Then we got the universe's influences. Your guides and their coincidences are these petals here, so that's what I want to be looking out for. And also these are the guides that are influencing the conversation within you, and this is the overall outcome that's coming out at the end. So without further ado, let's just see what's going on with that. Does that want to come out? Yeah. Seeing things maybe a little bit deeper. It was struggling to get out that card there. I want to pull another one that goes along with it and see if I can get some sort of manifestation. What was I talking about earlier on? It's as you're going on and you're taking strides and you're clinging on, you've got a good root chakra, you've got good determination, you've got that direction and everything like that. That's what could create a little bit of that. So that's something that I would be wary of, that you also being able to look at everything that is happening around you at the moment. because that's going to feed into your manifestation skills at the end of the week and going into the following week by the looks of things. And that's what's building up more coming up through you than that. I think that's more of a warning card. Let's just see what goes on the karmic message on your relationship side. So, you know, some of you could be looking at having a child, maybe, or some of you could be, you know, just marrying that body, mind and soul spirit, you know, side of life, just marrying everything together. And this is what I was talking about on the heart chakra and the connections with everything that is around you. You know, this making, you know, making life so it's fun in every aspect of your being, basically, not only on your relationship side, but also on your financial sort of side. The universe here is, yeah, it's to do with hanging on to that rock. So this is like normally like the harbor master. That it could be sort of like equated to that as well, where you don't actually have to go anywhere. Things come and go around you. And this is what you've got to connect with in order to manifest your future. And that's why your root chakra is really holding on to where you should be going, because you don't actually really need to be going anywhere. The things should be coming into you, and the universe is trying to encourage that. Yeah. Okay, so within the relationship side, I would just allow things to happen. I wouldn't deep it too much. And apparently, this is what I wanted to look about what's going on here. There seems to be a decision that needs to be made. And maybe it's a case where you don't actually have to make the decision. It will be made for you around you within situations. So you kind of sort of say, do I really want to see this person? I don't know. And then they phone up and they say, excuse me, I can't come over today because of this, that and the other. That's your guides helping you out. And, you know, making decisions for you. So I would allow them to do that within the relationship side. Let's just see what the conversation is within you. Woes and worries. This is what I was talking about, what I thought, you know, and I said to you there's an internal conflict and everything like that, like the dogs barking and everything. This is where you just got to let go of it. If you want to manifest this beautiful future, and it is coming through you and through you into this at the end of the week, and it's what we're probably going to see in the in petal 10. I think it's just letting go of that. Just keep walking on your path, and you may have that conversation, kind of going, oh, I should, worrying about someone or worrying about a situation, trying to get out of a situation. It's going to be made for you. Those decisions are going to be made for you by your guides. They're putting things into place, and I do believe this is the past. I don't believe it is your future. I believe it's more a case of something that's happened to you around you. On your financial side, and this is where the decisions I think really need to be made, the strides that you could be making forward, the confidence of the direction that you're taking, because that's what it's giving. It's much clearer within your solar plexus than within your heart at the moment. And your heart is building up that direction. That's what the manifestation is all about with the magician. Here on this side here is just to sort of the heads up for you on the karmic mission is to just look at the opportunities around you and what is possible and what is feasible within life around you. Yeah, you have to nurture these connections. And this is what I said about networking as well. This is the universe is trying to encourage you on your pathway by nurturing your pathway and providing things for you. This is all to do with your roots. You're in your winter period at the moment. You're creating the route for your going forward. And this is what I said about your root chakra as well. It's really holding on. Keep on to that path. Don't get deviated from it. And the universe is backing you up there in this. Okay, so decision to be made. As I said, there is a decision to be made in this sort of position in this part of the week. It may be a case of here of a project that you might have been working on, or a business that you might have been working on, or part of the angle of your career path that is too much at the moment. It doesn't necessarily mean that's it. You've got to let go of it forever. It just means that there's some things, you've come to the end of a journey for one aspect of your life and within your workspace, and there's just something you just need to unload and get rid of. Not get rid of, but just stop carrying it around with you for the moment. That's what the decision seems to be made. Yeah, you might well be disappointed in that sort of decision that you've got to make. But I think heading off and seeing this in a different way and learning to manifest, I think you're up against it. As I said, there maybe will be someone who's sort of like trying to bring you down, talking, and it's annoying you and stuff like that. I think it could be from this angle here where we've got the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords on that sort of side. You may be feeling it a bit this week, but she's got one cup that's full in her hand. And the other thing is once she actually starts looking at life in a different way, looking at it fully, rather than being that Two of Swords and blindfolded by things, once you start realizing that and seeing out, the Five of Cups has usually got a pathway or a bridge behind them that leads to a new piece of land, to a new life, to a new way of being. And that's what's coming through to you here. I think it's going to come in quite quickly. Let's see what's going on in the following week. Now, there's two cards that want to come out. A new cycle to do with your work. There you go. This is what's coming to an end. An aspect of your work life is coming to an end, and it's moving on to something else. It's certainly changing, and in order to do that, you need to let go of something in order for it to flow completely through. Let's just see if we can get something out of that Two of Swords about what is holding you back. What are you not seeing? Well, the Seven of Pentacles, we've got to repeat it here. You're probably not seeing the really good work that you're doing. The solidness, the direction, the truth that you are bringing to this world. Let's just have another card that comes out of it. The truth that you're bringing to this world. The Eight of Wands. Messages. You have got to bring a message, and the people may not like the message that you're giving, but it's true, and they can't run away from that. I think I used it in a title for you about 2 weeks ago. Live your truth. As you live your truth, all of a sudden this is really going to play out beautifully. See if we get something on that world, because that's what it's sort of playing into, that realization in the following week of how you can manifest this new cycle coming up for you. Three of Wands. This is what the universe is saying to you. In this new cycle that you should be doing, things are going to come to you rather than you having to go to them. It is it is being built for you at this present time. And the High Priestess as well, giving you that sort of clarification, that vision, that intuition that's going to be flowing through you. I think it's going to be an energy week for you the following week. This week here is really just keeping on your path. You're doing so much better than you actually realize, Aquarius. And if you should know this. You really should know this. Thank you very much for your support for this channel, subscribing and clicking that bell. We have done the monthly readings as well, and we do have your energy workshops, masterclasses that we have on this channel. There is one coming out this Sunday on the rhythms of life. So I will see you then. In the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.